University Challenge. Asking the questions, Jeremy Paxman.
Hello. Out of the 8 teams who qualified for this quarter-final stage of the competition, we've said goodbye to King's College London, but the University of Warwick are through to the semi-finals, and whichever team wins tonight will join them there. If the losing team are to go through, they too will have to play again and win. The team from Balliol College, Oxford, are here having beaten 2 Cambridge colleges, Clare and St John's, in their first 2 matches, and their first quarter-final win was at the expense of King's College London, with an accumulated score of 495 points and with an average age of 27. Let's meet the Balliol team for the 4th time.
G'day, I'm Ben. I'm from Perth in Western Australia, and I recently completed a master's degree in law.
Hi, I'm Selene. I'm originally from Bath and I'm studying classics.
This is their captain.
Hello, I'm Michael from back in London. I've just finished a degree in philosophy and politics at Balliol, and I'm just starting another degree, a graduate degree in philosophy, also at Balliol.
Hello, I'm Lily from Leamington Spa in Warwickshire, and I'm reading for a DPhil in history.
Now, the team from Durham beat the University of Strathclyde in their first quarter-final match, having had victories in the first 2 rounds against the universities of Leicester and Edinburgh, and their accumulated score of 500 is a mere 5 ahead of their opponents tonight. With an average age of 21, let's meet the Durham team again.
Hi, I'm Harry. I'm from Sevenoaks in Kent, and I study liberal arts.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm from Shipsmanstown in Warwickshire. I was reading for a BA in history, and I'm now reading for an MA in history.
This is their captain.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm from Ringmer near Brighton, and I'm studying physics.
Hi, I'm Thomas from Ramsgate, Kent, and I'm studying biology.
Well, you all know the rules now, so let's just get on with it. Fingers on the buzzers. Here's your first starter for 10. What surname links all of the following? The author of novels including At Swim Two Birds and The Third Policeman, the giant who's the title figure of a novel by Hilary Mantel, and Winston Smith's main human...
Balliol Crowther.
O'Brien.
O'Brien is correct. Well done. So the first set of bonuses go to you, Balliol. They are on world cities. All 3 answers have the first and last letters in common. About 40 kilometres to the west of Venice, which city is the principal setting for Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew?
Is it Verona?
Verona.
That's near
I
Venice.
was thinking.
Try Verona.
Try it.
Verona?
No, it's Padua. The military encampment at Valley Forge took place between 1777 and 1778 on the outskirts of which city?
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, that's PA, so that's good.
Okay. Philadelphia?
Correct. In which city in the Transvaal was Winston Churchill imprisoned during the Second Boer War?
Pretoria. Yeah.
Yes.
Pretoria.
Pretoria is correct. Begin taking another starter question now. Chamblévé and cloisonné are decorative techniques associated...
Balliol Crowther.
Enamel.
Enamel is correct. Your bonuses are on a shared name. The Epodes and the Ars Poetica are among the works of which lyric poet and satirist born in 65 BC?
Horace.
Horace. Okay. Horace.
Horace is correct. Horace Walpole was the author of which Gothic horror tale of 1764, featuring the characters Manfred, Theodore and Isabella?
The Castle of Otranto, yeah.
The Castle of Otranto?
Correct. The journalist Horace Greeley unsuccessfully opposed which Republican incumbent in the United States presidential election of 1872?
Lincoln?
No, he was dead by then.
Who was Lincoln's immediate successor?
I don't know, just...
Johnson?
Johnson?
No, it was Ulysses S. Grant. 10 points for this. With a value in inverse seconds of the order of 10 to the minus 18, what eponymous quantity or constant was first estimated in the late 1920s using correlated data from Cepheid variables?
Balliol O'Connor.
The Hubble constant?
Correct. Your bonuses are on place names. In each case, the last 3 letters of the first name and the first 3 letters of the second. For example, London and Doncaster. Give both names from the descriptions, please. Firstly, a national capital, the location of the Ming tombs and the Temple of Heaven, and one of the 3 peaks of the Yorkshire Dales.
I mean,
The Ming tombs in Beijing.
Beijing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's national capital.
So
Ingersoll or something was the second.
Yorkshire Dales. They all have weird.
So what letters do they have in common?
Ing.
ING at the
So it
beginning
begins
of the
with
second
ING.
one.
Inger's Peak or something.
Don't know.
Inger's
Scale,
Point.
did you say?
Inger's Point. Try that or something.
Inga Scale in Beijing.
There's Beijing and Ingleborough. A major city, secondly, on the Yangtze, the capital of Hubei province, and one of the 6 towns of Stoke-on-Trent, the birthplace of Sir Stanley Matthews.
I think that must be Hanley, so it's something Han.
Wuhan.
Wuhan and
yeah.
Hanley. Is it Hanley?
And yeah.
Wuhan and Hanley.
Correct. And finally, the northernmost provincial capital of China and a Yorkshire town, the site of the 5 Rise locks on the Leeds and Liverpool Canal.
So what provincial capitals might be in the Yangtze?
Northernmost capital,
Oh, Northernmost. I don't know.
they said. There's like Urumqi, which is like Outer Mongolia, but I have no idea
There's
what
not going to
that
be a
one is.
Yorkshire town
No,
starting MQI, is there?
Shall we pass?
Yeah, I'm not really
Yeah, I don't think we know this one.
I have no idea. Pass.
It's Harbin and Bingley. 10 points for this. Which prominent novel did Martin Amis describe as an indefinite visit from your most impossible senior relative, with all his pranks, dirty habits, unstoppable reminiscences, and terrible...
Balliol Crowther.
The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy.
No. You lose 5 points with all his unstoppable reminiscences and terrible cronies. The work in question was originally published in 2 parts in the domains of King Philip III.
Durham Banbury.
Don Quixote?
Don Quixote is correct, yes. Right, your bonuses are on an early photographer. Born in Surrey in 1830, which photographer is noted for his pioneering study of movement in humans and animals through the use of sequential images?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Me neither. I'm not sure this is
No
going
idea.
to go well. No, sorry, pass.
That's Edward Muybridge. Secondly, in the 1870s, which US railway magnate hired Muybridge to prove that there exists a moment when all 4 of a trotting horse's hooves are off the ground?
That was a
He
thing.
gives his name to a university at Palo Alto in California.
So University's Palo Alto.
Cornell?
No, Cornell isn't at Palo Alto. Palo Alto is like Stanford.
Berkeley's in.
Berkeley
UC
might be Palo
Berkeley,
Alto.
UC.
It's one of the.
You sure it's not Stanford?
It could be Stanford.
Are you confident
Let's
that it's
go. I mean, Stanford is definitely in Palo Alto. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stanford?
Stanford is correct, Leland Stanford. Motion Studies, Time, Place and Edward Muybridge is a 2003 work by which US author and activist? She also wrote Men Explain Things to Me.
God, who wrote that? I read that.
Feminist activist.
Please, men, explain
Feminist activist.
to me.
Jermaine Gray's not American.
It's not Jermaine Gray. She's not American.
There we go.
Oh, God, that's so annoying.
Is Spivak American? No.
I wouldn't know it.
No, I don't know.
Gloria Steinem?
Gloria Steiner.
Oh, could be.
Gloria Steiner.
No, it's Becca Solnit.
Oh.
Right, we're going to take a picture round now. For your picture starter, you're going to see a map highlighting 2 subnational polities of 2 neighbouring countries. Give the name by which both are known in English.
Durham Regan.
Lahore and Himachal Pradesh.
No.
Balliol O'Connor.
Punjab and Kashmir.
No, it's both are known in English. It's Punjab, just Punjab. Right, we're going to take the picture bonuses in a moment or two. In the meantime, here's a starter question. What name was given to members of the radical Jacobin group in reference to their seats on the highest benches of the National Convention in the French Revolution? By 1792, they had emerged as the opponents of the more moderate Girondins. No, they're Montagnards. Right, 10 points for this. I need 2 names here of the 20 UK Prime Ministers during the 20th century. Who are the only 2 whose surnames begin with letters in the second half of the alphabet? Chronologically speaking, the Prime Minister between the 2 was James Callaghan.
Balliol O'Connor.
Wilson and Thatcher.
Correct. So you get transnational regions for your bonuses again. Punjab, which you saw in that starter question, is a transnational region spanning territory in both India and Pakistan. And for your bonuses, I want you to identify 3 more historical or cultural regions that are divided between different countries. In each case, you need to give a single word name, which is contained in the names of all the subnational divisions highlighted. Firstly?
Right. So that's Russia, Finland.
Somewhere near Murmansk.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they'd be called though.
It's just.
Should we just go
Well,
Murmansk?
I know there's.
Do we have
yeah.
any better?
No, I don't really know this.
No, do I? Murmansk.
It's not Murmansk, it's Karelia. Secondly, this region, its traditional cultural extent also includes land north of the regions that currently bear its name.
Right.
Somewhere in the southeast of, is that Iran and Afghanistan?
It's quite.
What places are there in Afghanistan?
I mean, there's Kush,
Helmand.
and they're still called something about Kush, but
The Kush?
probably not
Not the
there.
Hindu
It's probably
Kush, is
further
it?
north.
Yeah.
What's the bay called down the bottom?
Don't know.
Or the Gulf? It's the Gulf of Marmara.
Come on, let's have it, please.
No, I don't.
We don't know.
Helmand.
No, it's Balochistan. And finally,
I hate geography. Prussia?
Yes, actually, yes.
Okay.
Prussia?
no, it's Pomerania. Right, we're going to take another starter question now. What is the closest US state capital to the Canadian capital, Ottawa? A major French city with a similar name is situated about 100 kilometres.
Durham, Regan.
Montpellier.
Montpellier is correct, yes. You get a set of bonuses on genetic interactions. What precise term describes a gene that masks or suppresses the effect of another gene at a separate locus, such as for different genes of a metabolic pathway?
Repressor, yeah? A repressor?
No, it's an epistatic, epistasis. In diploid organisms, what term describes a genetic phenotype for which a single functional allele is not sufficient to produce the wild-type phenotype?
That's a recessive allele, yeah? Recessive.
It's haploinsufficiency. What word describes an allele of a gene whose effect is visible only when it is in the homozygous state?
That's recessive.
That is recessive. Right, 10 points for this starter question. Digressions incontestably are the sunshine. They are the life, the soul of reading. Take them out of this book, for instance. You might as well take the book along with them. Published in the mid-18th century, these words appear in which fictional autobiography by Lawrence Stern?
Balliol Crowther.
The Life and Opinions of Tristram Shandy.
That is correct.
It's quite early on that.
3 questions on Whoopi Goldberg for your bonuses. Whoopi Goldberg is one of only a small number of people who've accomplished an EGOT. That's an EGOT. What 4 awards do these letters represent?
Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony.
Yeah.
Okay. Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony.
Correct, yes. Which US film and theatre director encouraged Goldberg to take her one-woman show to Broadway in 1984? His films include Heartburn, Postcards from the Edge, and Silkwood.
I have
No idea.
No idea.
Do you know anyone you can guess, or should we pass?
John Huston.
No, it's Mike Nichols. Goldberg won an Academy Award nomination for her portrayal of Celie in Steven Spielberg's 1985 adaptation of which novel?
I think this is The Colour Purple.
Okay. The Colour Purple.
Correct. 10 points for this. Answer as soon as your name is called. The number 333 in base 4 corresponds to what decimal number?
Balliol Schofield.
63.
63 is correct, yes. These bonuses are on music and mathematics.
Ooh.
What term denotes any of a series of pitches formed as a multiple of the frequency of the fundamental tone? It also denotes a function that solves Laplace's equation of partial derivatives.
I think there's a resonance frequency.
Oh, okay. I was going to say harmonics, but
Oh, no, they might be harmonics. Actually, try that instead.
Harmonics.
Harmonic is correct. What adjective is applied to both a scale of 12 ascending or descending semitones and the number of colours required for a valid colouring of a planar graph in graph theory?
I mean, it's the 4-colour theorem, so it must be 4.
Okay. 4.
No, it's chromatic.
Oh. The number of
What name is given to an ordered scale that might be described as authentic or plagal and the most frequently observed value in a data sample?
No,
Modal.
Mode or mode.
Mode is correct. Right, we're going to take a music round now. For your music starter, you're going to hear a musical setting of a poem. For 10 points, name the composer of this setting, who's also the accompanist in the recording.
Balliol O'Connor.
Benjamin Britten.
It is Benjamin Britten, yes. Well, we follow on from Britten's setting of Down by the Sally Gardens by W.E. Yeats with music bonuses, 3 more classical works that portray gardens. All are from the early 20th century. 5 points for each composer you can name. First, this orchestral interlude from an opera.
This is an early 20th century opera, so who would have written that?
French, doesn't it?
I don't know when.
Massenet, Delibes, Debussy.
When were the Russians?
I don't think it's Debussy.
Yeah, it does sound quite French.
I think it's Ravel or Debussy, perhaps.
Yeah,
Ravel.
try that. Yeah. Did he opera?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, if he opera.
Ravel.
No, it's Delius.
Yes. Oh.
Secondly, this piece, which portrays the gardens of the Alhambra.
I mean, I know Albeniz did some stuff about the Alhambra. No, he did Asturias, but he's a Spanish composer that did some stuff. Who else did Spanish stuff? It might not be Spanish, but I know they all did names.
Yeah, I recognise it. I just have no idea who wrote it.
Try Albeniz.
Albeniz?
No, it's De Fire, Nights in the Gardens of Spain.
Yeah.
And finally, this work, which describes a garden in France.
So we could go for Ravel or Debussy.
Unless it's a trick question. It doesn't say they're French.
It does sound quite Debussy, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
good point. We could try
Or
Debussy.
Satie. No, it sounds quite Debussy-ish.
Should we go for
Debussy
that?
or
Let's
Ravel?
assume it is
Debussy.
French.
Debussy.
It is Debussy,
Yes.
yes, Jardin sous la pluie. Right, we're going to take another starter question now. What 3 consecutive letters of the alphabet begin the surnames of the economists who wrote, respectively, Principles of Political Economy and Taxation, The Theory of Moral Sentiments, and Religion and the Rise of...
Balliol O'Connor.
SMI, Adam Smith.
No. You lose 5 points. Religion and the Rise of Capitalism.
Durham Parkinson.
STU.
No, it's R, S and T, Ricardo, Smith and Tawney. So we're going to take another starter question then. What foodstuff appears in all of these paintings? Garden of the Hesperides by Burne-Jones, The Son of Man by René Magritte.
Balliol Schofield.
Apples.
Apples is correct.
It's very deep for apples.
Right, your bonuses are on a novel. An example of metafiction, to which 1969 novel was its author referring when he said that it had its origins in an obsessive image of a woman with her back turned, looking out to sea?
Oh, no, I've heard of this.
The Sea, Murdoch.
I've definitely heard of
it's not
this.
that.
Unless it's... I feel like I've read it recently.
Male author.
Oh, male. Oh, something by Nabokov.
Try,
Could be.
maybe... Try Lolita. It
Lolita?
sounds like the same thing.
Lolita.
No, it's The French Lieutenant's Woman.
Oh.
Stretching eyes west over the sea, wind, foul or fair, always stood she, prospect impressed. Born in 1840, which poet wrote those lines in The Riddle? They begin the epigraph for Chapter 1 of Fowles's The French Lieutenant's Woman.
What was the year?
Could it be Hardy? Born 1840. Is it a bit late for Hardy?
It could be Hardy.
Could be. I don't know when.
No, I think that sounds about right for Hardy. It could be like Elizabeth Barrett Browning. No, that's much too...
No, it probably isn't.
Hardy. Thomas Hardy.
Correct.
Yeah.
Largely set in Lyme Regis, the novel's first chapter describes which local feature as elephantine but delicate?
What's at Lyme Regis?
It's not a pier, but the thing that goes out into the sea. What's it called?
No.
Breakwater?
No.
That's what they tend to do.
But they walk along it. I can't remember what it's called though.
I've been to Lyme Regis. There's like a wall. It's just like some ramparty
Like
stuff.
a sea wall.
Should we just try the sea wall?
The Sea Wall.
No, it's the cob. You're right, though. It's that thing called the cob. 10 points for this. Meaning naked gills, what name is given to an order of marine gastropods that are typically shell-less and brightly coloured and also known as sea slugs?
Durham Wilkenning.
Nudibranchs.
Nudibranch is correct, a nudibranchia. Right, you get a set of bonuses this time on snow and ice, also used in architecture. What term denotes an overhanging accumulation of ice and windblown snow found on the edge of a ridge or cliff face?
Something like an overstory.
What? An over?
Overstory. I'm not sure though.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
What do you think? An overhanging.
Just go for it.
An overstory?
No, it's a cornice.
Oh.
What German name is given to the precipitation formed by supercooled water droplets freezing on falling snowflakes, forming opaque pellets similar to hail?
We don't know.
I
Pass.
have no idea.
Beyond our
Pass it.
knowledge.
No, pass, sorry.
It's graupel, meaning grey-haired with age. What name is given to a frost that forms when water vapour comes into contact with a surface that is already below freezing?
Haw. Haw.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is. I'm not just saying it.
Go for it.
H-A-W?
No, yeah,
go
just
for it.
say it. Haw.
Say it.
Yeah.
Say it.
Whore?
Or is correct, yes, spelt differently.
Yeah, I was going to say.
10 points for this. What two letters begin French words meaning oven, fern, lightning, crowd?
Balliol Schofield.
F-O.
F-O is correct, yes. These questions are on artistic depictions of Napoleon Bonaparte. Inspired by medieval and Byzantine portraits, the painting Napoleon I on his imperial throne is by which French neoclassical artist born in
Pretty sure
1780?
that's David, isn't it? The big symmetrical one.
Yeah, there's also a famous one of him on a horse crossing the Alps.
I think the throned one is David.
Okay, David.
No, it's by Ingres.
Oh.
The 1806 statue of Napoleon as Mars the Peacemaker in the collection at Apsley House in London is by which Italian sculptor, a leading exponent of neoclassicism?
Could try Canova, maybe?
That could be, yeah, Canova.
Canova is correct. Completed in the United States after he'd fled Europe in 1941, the surrealist painting Napoleon in the Wilderness is by which German artist?
Okay.
Wolfgang Ernst. And
No,
Ernst, Max
it's
Ernst.
It could be Max Ernst.
Is he is a
He's German surrealist,
Yeah,
yeah.
Max Ernst.
Max Ernst is correct. We're going to take a picture round. For your picture starter, you'll see a photograph of a figure from American history. For 10 points, please give me her name.
Balliol O'Connor.
Sojourner Truth.
It is Sojourner Truth. Well done. Otherwise known as Isabella Baumfree. That picture of the abolitionist Sojourner Truth was a carte de visite, a type of photographic visiting card popular in the 19th century. Your picture bonuses are 3 more carte de visite of prominent abolitionists. 5 points for each person you can name. Firstly,
I don't know that many.
Harriet Tubman.
It's Harriet Tubman.
I definitely recognise her.
Okay, Harriet Tubman.
it is Harriet Tubman, yes. Secondly,
Don't know her.
Do you know any more abolitionists?
No, I could just guess Susan B. Anthony.
Yeah, why not?
Susan Anthony.
no, it's Harriet Beecher Stowe. And finally,
That's Frederick Douglass.
That's Frederick Douglass,
Douglass,
yeah.
yeah.
Frederick Douglass.
Frederick Douglass. Well done. Right, 10 points for this. Of the 4 books of Confucianism, what is the only one named after its author?
Balliol O'Connor.
The Analects.
No. You lose 5 points.
Darren Benbury.
Mencius.
Mencius is correct. Right, you get a set of bonuses on particle colliders at CERN, the European Organisation for Nuclear Research. Which 2 subatomic particles appear in the name of the former particle collider known by the abbreviation LEP? That's LEP.
It's got to be electron, positron, surely. Electron and positron?
Correct. For what subatomic particle does the letter P stand in the supersynchrotron, known by the abbreviation SPS?
SPS. That could be the proton. That's got to be the proton. What else would it be? Proton isn't. Or it could be a photon if it's a sync with. No, you don't really.
Proton.
The proton?
Proton is correct. For what subatomic particle does the letter H stand in the abbreviation LHC?
Oh, that's the Higgs boson.
Higgs boson.
Surely the Higgs boson or the Higgs particle?
No, it's the Large Hadron Collider. Large
Oh, of
Hadron
course.
Collider.
Oh, yeah.
Right, 10 points for this. Identified by some writers as being located in the Strait of Messina, what 2 hazards face...
Darren Benbury.
Scylla and Charybdis.
Scylla and Charybdis is correct. These bonuses are on English waterfalls. Cauldron, Snout and High Force are waterfalls on which river in the north of England?
Yeah, High Force is near.
Is it near us?
High Force is near us.
Weir then.
The Weir or the Tyne? The Weir?
Try the Weir then.
The Weir. The River Weir?
No, it's the River Tees.
Oh.
Courtley Sprout, considered the highest above-ground waterfall in England, lies just north of the town of Sedbergh. In which range of hills?
Sedbergh, I've never heard it.
Never heard of it. Should we go for the
Pennines, Grampians.
Pennines?
Pennines, good shout. Yeah. The Pennines?
No, it's the Howgill Fells. In which of the Yorkshire Dales is Hardraw Force, which lays claim to being the highest single-drop waterfall in England?
I can only think of Swaledale.
Swaledale.
Swaledale? Swaledale?
No, it's Wensleydale. Right, 10 points for this. The term tephrochronology concerns the dating of what form of geological activity? The first part of the term is derived from the Greek for ash.
Balliol O'Connor.
Volcanoes. Volcanic activity.
eruptions, yes. Right, these bonuses are on art and history. In each case, name the US president whose term in office saw the creation of the following. Firstly, Hollywood Africans by Jean-Michel Basquiat and Steve McCurry's photographic portrait Afghan Girl.
I'm going to go for Reagan.
50 years ago,
Late
isn't it?
80s.
So Reagan, probably.
Yep.
Reagan.
Reagan is correct. Lily Furedi's Subway, Georgia O'Keeffe's Ram's Head and White Hollyhock, and Edward Hopper's Nighthawks.
So that's 50s.
Is it 50s?
Early 50s. I think.
Just after Eisenhower. maybe?
Eisenhower.
He was 52 to 56. That was Eisenhower's second term, was it?
Yeah. I'll
So
go for it.
Eisenhower.
No, it was Roosevelt, FDR. William de Cooling's Marilyn Monroe and Jasper Johns's encaustic painting flag.
Is Marilyn Monroe because
So
it's
those are like early 60s.
Early 60s. It was
Early
like
60s.
Kennedy or
Kennedy
Johnson.
was at the
But
So
Kennedy was
Kennedy
only
could
2
be
years.
Johnson.
So Johnson's probably more likely.
Johnson.
Let's have it, please.
Lyndon Johnson.
No, that was Dwight D. Eisenhower. And that was wrong. Durham had 75. Balliol College Oxford had 175. Bad luck, Durham. You're going to have to come back and win next time in order to have a chance of staying in the competition. Balliol, congratulations to you. 175, a terrific score. We look forward to seeing you again as you take your place in the semi-finals. Thank you. I hope you can join us next time for another quarter-final match. But until then, it's goodbye from Durham University.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Balliol College, Oxford.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.